today I have something really cool and exciting and something I'm very excited about. I have a huge book haul. So basically, I went on vacation a few weeks ago in February and they had a really cute Barnes & Noble there, and I ended up buying like 12 books, which is a lot. And then I got back home, I found a ton of old Barnes & Noble gift cards, so naturally I then went on bnn.com and ordered a lot of books. And then Book Outlet, which is basically my number one, my favorite place in the world, they had a big sale, so then I went on Book Outlet and I ordered a ton of books, and they all finally have come in. Now, this really is a testament to show how dedicated I am with the fact that I didn't open any of these boxes yet. And these came in multiple boxes, and it was so difficult to not open them. So I'm gonna open those first, and I'm really excited. I ordered these a pretty long time ago because, you know, I had to wait for all of them to come in. So I don't even remember everything I ordered. So this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. The first box. Ah! Oh my god, all my books just fell. I should have watched unboxing videos before I started recording because I don't remember how people do this. This is from Barnes & Noble, and it's just one book. So it says pull. Oh my god. I'm excited. Oh, it's soft cover. One thing I forgot about Barnes & Noble is that they put an entire book in itself in the package with all these extra papers. So this is The Ask and the Answer by Patrick Ness. I remember ordering this and the third book in the trilogy because I read The Knife of Never Letting Go a few months ago. I think I read it in January? No, beginning of February I read it. And I really liked it, so of course I went and I bought the next two books. If you have not read The Knife of Never Letting Go, it is basically about, it takes place in a world where there are only men and you can hear everyone's thoughts, and our main character, what's his name, Todd has to run away from this town, this world that we know. But how can he do that when you can hear everyone's thoughts? Like, how is he going to run away? Even though it does seem, this one doesn't seem long actually, but the first one was kind of long. Even though it seems long, it's a really quick read. It's a pretty easy read, but it's really fun, it's really entertaining, and I'm very excited to go back into the series because it left on a bit of a cliffhanger. Oh, and I do also really recommend The Knife of Never Letting Go if you just want a pretty easy but really intense, different, really written differently kind of book. It's really cool. I like it. So next we have this. I don't even know what this is. I think there's only one book in here, but I'm so confused. How does this seem like a convenient type of packaging? I don't know. It has like a little, I know what it is! So excited! It was all sticky inside. Oh my god! So excited. Inside we have the Hogwarts Library. Yes. So even though this is pretty old, it's been out for a while, obviously, I never bought it because it is pretty expensive, I think. I don't really remember. Oh, it's 30 bucks. It's 30 bucks and I never bought it? I'm so happy to finally own this. I'm finally really starting to collect Harry Potter stuff, which is very exciting. I'm actually wearing Hogwarts pants right now. Can't tell, but I just did some hardcore stretching. I haven't stretched in years. So it has The Tales of Beedle the Bard, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and Quidditch Through the Ages. I'm so excited! Take off this plastic wrap. Oh wait, I like this lipstick though. Priorities? It's so beautiful! Ah, it's so beautiful! It's so beautiful! It's so beautiful! I don't know where I'm gonna put this on my shelf. Oh, actually, fun fact, if you want to stick around on my channel, because I bought all of these books and my bookshelf is pretty much full, I'm redoing my entire bookshelf. And then I'm going to do a bookshelf tour. So those two videos coming up in the next few weeks. So you may want to stick around my channel and watch that because I actually have a pretty cool bookshelf. I actually consider this bookshelf Pinterest worthy, which is really, that's an intense thing to say. I'm putting everything on my bed and it's an absolute mess. What a bad idea. Here's something I'm really excited about. Book Outlet! I think I bought a lot of books from Book Outlet. I don't remember. Whenever I do a Book Outlet order, I buy a lot of books because Book Outlet is my #1. If you want to buy books that are typically 80% off, go to Book Outlet. Oh my God, I love it. I will recommend Book Outlet to everyone for the rest of my life, or the rest of Book Outlet's life. Whichever one. So we have paper. I have no idea what I ordered. Oh! This has been sitting in my cart forever and I finally ordered it. I'm so excited. Okay, let's put this out. It's really heavy. Oh, it's bent. The thing is about Book Outlet though, the books are used and that's why they are so cheap. So they have books that are extra, extra cheap called scratch and dent, which means they're scratched and dented. A lot of the time I forget to read that part and see where it says scratch and dent. So a lot of the time I forget that is a thing and I buy the book and it comes scratched and dented. So I love Book Outlet, but if you order from it, it's not even read the fine print. It literally says right under the title if it's scratch and dent or not. God, just be smarter than I am. I got When Things Come Back by John Corey Whaley. Yeah. It is a little dented, a little scratched. It's okay. It's a lot smaller than I thought. I have no idea what this is about. I've had this in my Book Outlet cart for months. I always put things in my cart, then I forget, and then whatever. So it's been in my cart for a long time, so I read the back a long time, so I don't remember what it's about. But it has 2 really nice awards, and I've seen it around a lot. And the remarkable, bizarre, and heart-rending summer before Colin Witter's senior year of high school. Everything he thinks he understands about a small and painfully dull Arkansas town vanishes. I hate reading out loud, so if that intrigues you, pick it up. It intrigued me. So I think this sounds awesome. I'm really, really excited to read it, and it was really cheap. Ah! I'm excited about this too! Signed edition! Oh, you're kidding me. So I have this gift. I'm gifted, I'll admit it. I am gifted with the fact of accidentally buying signed books. 1/4 of the books on my bookshelf are signed, and I didn't even mean to buy signed books. Most of the time it's because the author will visit my Barnes & Noble and just do the thing where they just sign the book. It's a signed edition. Look at that. Look at that. Signed edition. It's like Christmas morning. I've never even read it. I don't know if I like the author, but I'm excited. Don't remember what this is about either. I ordered these so long ago. I didn't even say what the book is. BookTube 101, right? This is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. The cover is gorgeous. I think it's historical fiction. It's in France, 1939. Look at this. Look at that. That's awesome. Again, I really don't remember what this is about, but it's historical fiction, which is right up my alley. Recently, I've been reading a lot more historical fiction and a lot more classic books, which is really cool, and I'm really happy about that. So, these books range really between new releases, historical fiction, and classic. Very, very excited about this. It's very pretty. If you've read this or any of these books that I have yet to read or really know anything about, then comment below and let me know, because that'd be awesome. I like going into things with a bit of a review. I forgot I ordered these! I don't remember which one is the first one. Does it say on it? Oh, this is Bloomsbury? Now I have high expectations. Which one's the first one? Why don't you say? I think it's this one. But I really don't know. This is so bad. This is so bad. Why don't you say which one is the first one? This one's bigger, so it's probably the second one. Can you just tell me? Spoiled myself! I spoiled myself. I've spoiled myself. I have been spoiled by myself. So, the next books I've bought are The Bone Season and something I dropped, and The Mime Order by Samantha Shannon. I've heard great things. These have been out for a while now. I guess the book, The Bone Season, is the first one. And it doesn't say on here which one is the first, which one is the second. And I genuinely don't know which one is the first and the second. I don't know, don't remember. I read the inside cover, not knowing, just hoping that I wouldn't spoil myself. Guess what I did? Spoiled myself. The Bone Season is the first one. The Mime Order is the second. Oh my god. The Mime Order is the second one. I've heard a lot of really great things. Don't know anything about them. Do not remember anything. But I'm really, really excited to read them. The last box to open doesn't have a lot of books in it, but it's a very big box. But there's no books in it. First in here is Monsters of Men by Patrick Ness, which is the third and last book in the Chaos Walking. Didn't know that was the name of the series. It's all dirty. You can't really see it on the camera at all, but there's black stuff here, here on the pages. Oh, I'm getting it off. I have a bit of a hunk of a book. It's my first Stephen King book. This is 11/22/63 by Stephen King. A hunk of a book. Look how big. Oh my god. I have never read Stephen King. Never. No, I can't do it. I hate horror. I mean, I used to hate scary movies. Now I can watch them, but I cannot read a scary book. I mean, I can read creepy, mystifying books, but when it comes to downright horror, my own imagination is always against me, and there's absolutely no way I can read a horror book. So when a friend of mine recommended that I read this Stephen King book, I immediately said no. They then told me that it has nothing to do with horror. It actually has to do with JFK. So basically this book, not new, but it's not old. And it's basically about someone who goes back in time to try and stop the JFK assassination, which is really an interesting topic, and I think a really good history lesson as well. It's really big, and I'm actually really excited to read it because I really want to judge Stephen King's writing because I've never read anything by him, and he's Stephen King. This is a book I picked up on a complete whim because I saw it in Barnes & Noble one day. Didn't buy it, but I saw it and I thought it looked really cool. And that is Anna and the Swallow Man by Gabrielle Savit. This is another historical fiction, and this is another historical fiction. I'm just all over the place with the historical fiction. This takes place in 1939, and November 6, 1939. Anna's father had to go away for a few hours. He left shortly after 11 o'clock. He did not come back. So this is basically about a little 7-year-old named Anna Luisa and Lania. Her father, I guess, abandons her, and she meets this man called the Swallow Man. He's mysterious, he's strange, she doesn't know anything about him, and she follows him everywhere. Over the course of their travels together, Anna and the Swallow Man will dodge bombs, tame soldiers, and even despite their better judgment, make a friend. But in a world gone mad, everything can prove dangerous, even the Swallow Man. I just thought it sounded really neat, really cool. I haven't heard anything about this book before. I haven't heard any reviews, anyone talk about it. So I'm very excited to make my own judgments. This one has crap all over it too! Now that I've bought all these books, and I've used up all my sales and everything, I realized something. I'm mad at myself. I did not buy Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. I really want that book, as two of my favorite actors, Sam Claflin and Emilia Clarke, are going to be in the new movie. And everyone's reading it now, and I really want the book. And I got spoiled for it, but I still want to read it. Time for my books that are not part of the unboxing. There's so many of them. So first, I think we should start with just the obvious Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. I have it, I love it, and it's signed, and I did not mean to get it signed, but I did. I've been reading this really slowly, or trying to. It hasn't really been working. Just because I've been waiting so long for this book, and it's great, and it's fantastic, and I'm loving it, and I've missed Cassandra Clare's writing so much. When I first read Shadowhunters, or The Mortal Instruments, I basically binged from City of Bones to City of Lost Souls, because that was all that was out in the Mortal Instruments series. I then realized there's something called The Infernal Devices, so then I binged that series. Then I waited like a year or two, and City of Heavenly Fire came out. Read that, loved it. Then I read The Bane Chronicles, which is also amazing, and I loved it, and someone's calling me. If you are a Shadowhunter Chronicles fan and you haven't read The Bane Chronicles and all those novellas, 10 out of 10, you should definitely do it. It is amazing, and I loved it, and you would love it too. Lady Midnight is out, and it's great, and you should read The Mortal Instruments and The Infernal Devices and then The Bane Chronicles. Just join Shadowhunters. It's great. It's a great time. My other new release that I'm so excited about is A Gathering of Shadows by V.E. Schwab. First of all, these covers are so great. I love them so much. This is the sequel to A Darker Shade of Magic, also by V.E. Schwab. I read that and picked it up on a whim last year, complete whim, and I ended up loving it. I did not think I was going to like it, but I loved it. It's basically about parallel Londons. There is Grey London, Red London, White London, Black London, and we get our main character, Kel, who can travel between them, and he's one of only 2 people who can travel between these Londons. He gets into mischief, and that mischief ends up almost destroying the world, and he has to fix it with his friend Lila, and it's great. and amazing, and I'm so excited to read this. Fun story real quick, actually. I have this deal with my mom where if a new release is out that I'm really, really excited about, because I live really out of the way in the middle of nowhere, our closest Barnes & Noble is almost 45 minutes away. If there's a new release I'm really, really excited about, I give my mom money, and her way home from work, because she's by the Barnes & Noble, she'll pick it up for me, which is great. However, for this one, I asked her to call it in ahead of time and reserve both of these books because I knew that by the time she got home from work, Lady Midnight would be sold out. So at about 9 a.m., she called Barnes & Noble to reserve Lady Midnight, and at 9 a.m., they only had one copy left. Cassandra Clare, how do you do it? Next, I have a classic that I really, really want to read, and that is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. I have not read this, but I love this cover. Don't remember what it's about. Read the summary a long time ago. Sorry. Haven't heard of this. I'm pretty surprised. It's a pretty popular book. This is the 25th anniversary edition. I've wanted to read it for quite a while now, and I finally picked it up. Next, I have another new release. That is Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys. Really excited to read this. Not only is it a new release, but it's actually also historical fiction. I'm all over the place, aren't I? So I think this is about 4 teenagers in World War II that do stuff. I'm so bad at this. Wanted to read it like a month or two ago. I just never got the chance to, and now I have so many new releases that I have to read. I don't know when I'll get a chance to read this, but I really want to. I've heard so many great things, and I'm on a huge historical fiction kick all of a sudden. Next, I have another book, obviously. Next, I have The Copper Gauntlet by Cassie Clare and Holly Black. I read the Iron Trial for Booktubeathon last summer. I read it in a day. It was really fun. I liked it. So when I saw this, I was like, I'll pick it up. So this is The Copper Gauntlet. I'm trying to remember what the first one's about. The first one is basically about our main character, Cal? Is his name Cal? It is Cal. I can't believe I remember that. Cal, and he gets invited to go to this school or try out for this school, but his dad says that this school is super dangerous. He has to do bad. He has to not get in. When alas, he gets in this really dangerous, apparently really bad school, and it's really cool, and he makes friends, and he goes on adventures, and it's fun. Don't really remember how it ends. Wait, maybe I do. I don't know. So this is the second one. It's really, really short, but they're middle grade books. So they're fun, they're easy, they're quick, and I really like a good fantasy middle grade. I really like these covers. I actually really like these covers. Oh, I didn't even remember this was in the pile. Well, I have Passenger by Alexandra Bracken. Got this in January. Don't know why it's in my new book pile. Passenger by Alexandra Bracken. I liked it. It was good. It's about time travel. I loved The Darkest Minds, so I was really excited to read this. It really was a step up from The Darkest Minds writing-wise. It was much more sophisticated, and it was really cool to see how she's grown in her writing. However, I have to admit, The Darkest Minds is still the first place in my heart when it comes to her books. But it was still really good, and it was nice. I liked it. And next, I have another historical fiction that I'm actually really excited about. All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Dwyer. Woo! I am currently in the middle of this. This takes place during World War II, and it follows 2 kids. Well, we watched them grow up, but now they're my age, which is weird. We follow a girl named Marie Laure who is blind, and she lives in Paris with her dad. And then we also follow Werner, who grows up in Germany, and he is extremely gifted with all things mechanics, and he actually gets recruited into the really prestigious Hitler Youth School because of that. And somehow their paths cross. I don't know how yet. Again, I'm only halfway through. But I really, really like it. It's written so amazing. I still cannot get over how great he writes Marie Laure's blindness. I never thought of blindness that way, and I love this book. I'm already in love with it, so I'm really excited to get back into it. Yay! Next, I have another kind of new release. I have Stars Above by Marissa Meyer. Yay! This is the novella Blind Up for Lunar Chronicles. Too many books, I get mixed up. I'm sorry I'm touching my hair a lot, it's just annoying me. The novella bind up for the Lunar Chronicles series, which is amazing. If you have not read the Lunar Chronicles, I 12 out of 10 recommend it. It's one of my all-time favorite series now. I just love it so much. It is a sci-fi retelling of different fairy tales. The first one is Cinderella, then Little Red Riding Hood, then Rapunzel, then Snow White. I got him. Yeah, I know you're probably thinking that did throw me off at first too. I was like, sci-fi retellings. I know. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. You don't even have to think about the fairy tale retellings. Like it's, oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. And this is the Blind Up novellas. So Exciting. Next, I have Fahrenheit 451 or 451 by Ray Bradbury. Another classic that I have yet to read. I know. You can yell at me. I don't know why I haven't read this. This is the 60th anniversary edition. Really, really excited to read this. I wanted to read this for a long time. Next, I have Orphan Train by Christina Baker Klein. My grandma gave me her edition of this, so usually I wouldn't buy the... I don't know if this is the original cover. I wouldn't think it is. Usually I wouldn't buy a cover with the person's face on it, but this is the cover I was given. Next, I have The Weight of Feathers by Anna Marie McLemore. I don't remember what this is about. I'm such a bad booktuber. Oh, is this kind of a Romeo and Juliet thing? I don't remember. I'm very, very excited to read this. I've wanted to read this really, really bad. I've never had a chance to. Really, really, really excited to read this. I'm so sorry I don't know all these summaries, but I forgot. This is new. I bought this, was on vacation as well. You should definitely read it. I finally read it after years of wanting to. I finally bought it, finally read it. I have a review up. You should watch that, or yeah, watch that. I'm absolutely in love with this book. I can't even explain how amazing it was and how much I was transported into this world. I love it so much. Another new book is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Saw this edition while I was down at my very first Books-A-Million. Never been to Books-A-Million before, they don't have any by me, but while I was on vacation I saw one and I fell in love with this edition of Pride and Prejudice. It's so pretty. It's just so pretty. I've read about half of Pride and Prejudice on my huge bind-up I got from Barnes & Noble that had almost all of Jane Austen's books, I think. I was trying to read it with that and I really did not like it. It was just too big and too inconvenient. So I stopped about halfway through and I bought this and I really am excited to keep reading it. And my last, but certainly not least, I'm so tired, I have Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard. Yay! It's so much bigger than the other book. This is the sequel to Red Queen, also by Victoria Aveyard, which is another really cool fantasy, I believe. Not dystopian, I think it's fantasy. Really good. I'm really, really excited to read this because I really liked the first one. It's a fun read, so I'm very excited. I'm sorry, I'm tired. I've been filming way longer than I usually film because there's so many books. So thank you so much for watching. I'm not even going to try to pick all of these up because I'm going to drop them all and I still have to make a thumbnail even though I really don't want to. There's just too much stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Again, stay tuned if you want to see my awesome bookshelf, the absolute love of my life, get completely redone, and then get a bookshelf tour of it. I'm so excited to do it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!